welcome back to Gold Squadron Podcast. My name is William Engholdt. Today, I'm joined by Chris Allen.
I was a quarter second away from asking you if it was dramatic pause to start time. Right in the middle of the intro. It would have been great.
It certainly was. Anyways, this is round 2 of the World Qualifier Open here at Gen Con. We have Kalen versus Andrew in this assault at the satellite scenario. I'm going to be opening the Choose Your Champion, if I could ever find the logo for it.
Speaking of, I need to get my Choose Your Champion bet in.
Ooh.
And then if I get it wrong, I need to take the controls from you and make it right.
Make it right. Fair enough. Well, while you're putting in those betting, why don't you tell us a little bit about Assault at the Satellite Array?
Yeah, so mostly unchanged for anybody who are familiar with it before, but this is the area control, King of the Hill, strongholds, whatever you want to call it, from other media. But basically there are those 5 scenario markers, and every ship within range 1 of it counts as a ship for the purposes of controlling it, and whoever has more control over each marker gets a point at the end of each round, other than the first. And medium and large ships count for 2, so the Reaper is a very useful addition here. You know, if there's just the Reaper and a small base ship in range of 1, the Reaper is chunkier. It gets the point. Also, side benefit there, medium and large bases are also bigger, so it's easier to put them in multiple scenario markers. Which is why you see, like, very oftentimes, I didn't see who set up what obstacles, but I would not be surprised if, like, this and this were Andrew Schmidt's obstacles, just so that the Reaper can't be in the middle. Take both of them. It may even have been these, all 3 of these, but I'm not sure you can fit a Reaper in that bottom right one and get both. It would be close. So yeah, you see very different obstacles placement here, based on opponent's list, and D's looking for his mouse. Where could it have gone? Thank you, D.
Our battery died on ours. We don't need it right now, so I mean, in a little bit we will eventually steal it back, but for the time being, we got the betting open, so we'll keep an eye on when it automatically closes. But before that, let's take a look at these lists. Now, Andrew Schmidt flying the Resistance has Trigger Happy Flyboy Poe with Heroic R4, Ferrosphere, Proton, Over-tuned Thrusters, Munitions Failsafe, S-Foils, Black One, and Jamming Beam. I read all of them.
Yeah, and just so you know, that is in fact every slot filled.
Every slot filled.
It's all full.
Nice.
The Jamming Beam does technically count, though. I think he just put it on there just so that it was full.
There is an argument to shoot your shoot your jamming beam,
especially
and maybe
a
focus evaded ship, a double reinforced decimator.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
It's actually more useful now than it was. Like, the meme is dying, sadly, because we used to see like jamming beams on Upsilons.
You would jam a Phantom as well to get the evade off of it when it would refuse to do so.
Yep.
So there's ways it could be beneficial, right? But you can't lock him or else you get a stress from paint. He's going to be throwing proton torpedoes. He's going to be boosting and barrel rolling with those extra speed templates with overdrive thrusters.
It's funny. The overdrive thruster sounds like a simple, like, oh, you can just go a little faster card. It is. If Poe does not want you to have him in arc, and he's moving after you, you will not have him in arc.
I think you
do not get a vote.
It's less. Well, it is like a full range band.
Yeah, it's crazy
well when you boost. But to me, the 2 barrel roll is just so much bigger than
the fact that you can like barrel roll right next to somebody, you can always 2-speed boost over someone if you need to.
Yeah, that's right. You could boost next to somebody and just barrel roll over them.
Yep.
Wow.
Or you can barrel roll next to them and just boost through them. It's very silly.
A lot of options there. Andrew said he's just fallen in love with overdrive thrusters. So hopefully we can see some good Poe play here. With him though is the big show, the big man. What is this title again?
A big deal.
A big deal. That's what it is. A big deal. Finn in the pond. He's got Heroic Predator and Perceptive Co-Pilot. He loves adding eyeball results and blanks, so natural pairing there with Heroic and Perceptive Co-Pilot. Then we get into the Y-Wings. These Y-Wings, they can boost and get calculates. They can target lock and get calculates. That mouse is not connected.
Oh, you're correct. I was going to pull the card up. It's not happening.
It's okay. I'll read it for you. The main thing here with the Shaza and Wilsa, the 3-pointers, they have similar loadout, engine upgrade, targeting computer, ion cannon, and then a bomb of choice. Wilsa brought cluster mines because it's the most expensive bomb she could bring, and Shaza brought proton bombs for the exact same reason. Most expensive bomb you could bring. But here's where it gets interesting. Lega has, of course, the ion cannon turret and the engine upgrade to be getting calculates while boosting, but BB-8 can give you a boost or barrel roll in the system phase, which happens to be right before they launch the electro chaff missiles. Yep. So imitating a FO bomber in with its pursuit thrusters, you could boost and then throw the chaff missile.
It's an even cooler trick on the resistance Y-Wings, because not only do you system phase boost BB-8, because you have engine upgrade, you also performed an action that was added to your action bar. That's so true. You boost calculate, launch a chaff.
100% works. Yep, and then you can just like move up and target lock or whatever.
Yep.
Well, their target lock would be red, so
right,
because she doesn't have a target computer.
Well, you can.
But you understand.
Do whatever other action.
Yeah, do whatever. So that's super terrifying, especially the barrel roll. Might catch you off guard. The barrel roll, then the 3 bank could put that chaff.
You can go very sideways.
There's some interesting positionings here. I don't think we have the colors. Steal his mouse again. He walked away.
Oh, it's ours. It's mine now.
It's up away. He walked away.
You don't have to tell me to bully D twice.
Because I got to get some colors on there.
There you go. And if I recall correctly, whatever. All of these Y-Wings basically don't have abilities. They're extremely edge case.
If you shoot a Shaza, if Wilsa puts through a crit,
you were gone. It's ours now.
Give me just a couple minutes with it, because I need to make sure our bedding is still open. That's important. Everybody loves that.
Oh, good timing. There you go. Bedding.
Okay. We'll have to remember to close it though. That's the only problem. And then I'm going to take a picture of these, or just try to remember. I'm just going to yell these at you.
Okay.
And I need to, well, not yell. I'm going to
yell it at me.
I'm going to look and then come over here and whisper it to you.
Okay.
Do you know how to change the colors on these guys?
If you give me 1 second, I'm starting a timer for bedding. Okay, there we go. I think so.
Again, that's not the mouse.
Destroyed.
Decoy mouse.
Yeah, it's the click the ship, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, let me run back and forth and tell you these colors.
All right, Twitch chat, we're gonna have a color pop quiz. I'm gonna see if I can pass.
What was the final conclusion on World 1? I can't find it in the form for some reason.
1 sec.
Shaza's orange.
Shaza is orange. Okay. I think we're going to try to hit orange. I think this is orange.
Lega is purple.
Uh-oh. All right, I'm going to do my best on purple. I think this is purple. Pretty sure. Did we do it? Is that purple?
A little bit more red.
A little bit, some more this way?
Yeah.
All right, so that's purple.
Yeah.
Oh, this way. That's keep going. Okay. This is purple?
Yeah.
All right, purple. Done.
The other one green. The other one's
okay,
green.
I'm pretty sure this is green.
That's green.
All right, we did it. I passed, Twitch chat. Okay, and D has a rules question, so I'm abandoning you for like 30 seconds. I will be right back. Please behave. Oh, wait, I think Will's coming back with more colors, but those should be much easier because we can see the chits. So, okay, Will. Oh.
Blue and red is the jingoist.
Okay, jingoist. This one is going to be, I think this is red. I'm pretty sure this is red. And blue. This is probably blue. I think we're doing all right. We're doing good. All right, Aiden.
It's green.
Okay, green. green?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and Iden is whatever's left.
Yellow.
Is this yellow? Oh,
Yeah.
it was yellow. Okay, and then let me talk to D for a sec. I
Okay.
believe in you.
I greatly apologize for making the disabled person choose the colors.
It was fun.
Okay, what an experiment. What a fun experiment. Anyways, we are back. Ow. Okay. So we got,
Oh, sorry. You have important things to say.
nope, I was just going to say we have the colors here. Congratulations. So,
Thank you. Yeah, we passed Twitch chat. Good job. Off stream, we had my favorite interaction that always happens at every tournament, which is D asks a rules question, and then I direct him to the forums where he answered that rules question.
he already answered it months ago.
How does Whirlwind work? Well, D, a few months ago you said.
What do we, oh yeah, Matthew Carey asking the same question I had earlier. What is we need a name for Jingo Jingo Wampa. I don't know what that would be though. Someone's got to.
There's got to be like a J.J. Abrams but Wampa joke in there somewhere for two Jingos and Wampa.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, Jingo Jingo Wampa is only 6 syllables.
It's
so
true.
I'm not really sure how we could shorten
There's
it.
We're gonna go. We're way off track, but
Give me your coffee. Give me my coffee for.
okay. So there's
taking the tangent train here.
and we go into anime land. There's a theme that's called Jingo Jungle. Which is pretty solid.
So you're saying Jingo Jungle?
I will, but you know, it's like a.
We'll see if it catches on.
It's not gonna catch on. It's absolutely not happening. But you know, I just want to go to the Jingo Jungle.
Well, playing Imperial list, you probably will.
That's true. Okay, so let's
strategy
just
talk here.
hypothesize that
This
one of
is-
your viewers is colorblind. Which TIE fighter's which? So this one's Iden.
This is Iden.
So this is Iden. Okay.
Yep.
And then these are
Wampa.
both Jingoists.
Yep. Because
Okay.
they moved.
Cool.
They move at the same time, and then
Yeah.
Wampa
Oh,
moves.
I made it
first.
worse. There we go.
So let's talk a little strategy. This is round 2. We can start scoring the assault objectives.
Yep.
You just have to be range 1 of them. Now the TIE fighters did hold onto a tight block here, which is only going to give them access to 1 objective. Do you obviously? This is Faroff is going to get this one here.
Yep.
That's pretty straightforward.
And interestingly,
but-
Faroff so is stopped. It's kind of hiding under the Reaper, but
yeah.
so
So
there.
do you think Vader's going to take the center?
So that's kind of my. So we see interesting things in Assault and Scramble, where oftentimes someone will take a 3-point ship, like Malaris or.
Well, just any ship they really don't care about.
Yeah,
like-
that you don't care about, and oftentimes can like get dice mods that aren't in action.
Oh, of course.
So
yeah.
you can like Malaris take stress. So if you put Malaris versus the world on one side of the board, they'll last like a turn or two before they die. And you see similar things. Well, you used to see with like Barris. 3-point Barris is like, whatever,
Oh,
Barris,
yeah.
you're going to go over here, get this scenario, and it's going to be their problem. But like this breakdown on the board looks a little scary, right? We've got a Y-wing up here, but like if, you know, let's say this engagement goes in the naive way you would expect, right? Where this stuff is all engaging each other, and this stuff is all engaging each other. That seems like a rough Imperial engagement, because these TIE fighters can't really like get useful shots on these Y-wings, and Faroff will explode very quickly to this Poe Dameron. And then, you know,
Yes.
I'm gonna John Madden for a second, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
But right,
That's why
so
we have
like-
it. It's fun.
Yeah. So Poe can take really, I don't want to say lazy, but low risk maneuvers, right? Like you can You can 3-bank around here, and then no matter what Fair-Off does, you can Proton Torpedo, and then you can probably do it again next turn. And you're already like facing the right direction to go help with everything else. And you also have the nice guarantee of like, hey, Vader can't really lock you, or he's getting stressed, which he really can't handle. So yeah, I really like this resistance setup / engagement. This is, I didn't see who set up it, like who was first player during setup. Is this our chaff Y-Wing?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That could work.
Yeah, I mean, an even, you know, barrel roll to here and...
Well, he doesn't have the 5 forward, though. He ain't no skilled bombardier.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also Vader who doesn't have 1 turns, so...
True.
And the nice thing is, like, you really want to hit... With these ships that you can't...
Oh, he's going for Vader, the road roll here.
Yeah, so the nice thing is, like, if you... The dream is that you land chaff right in front of a ship that can't do anything about it, because if you land the chaff on Vader and stress him, he can do a blue and then land unstressed and actually take an action. But if you throw it right in front of his face, then he has to go over it.
Yes, you need to lead with the chaff missile. You want them to land on it, so no matter if they get the stress or not, they lose the perform action.
And the risk around that is usually like, you know, let's say you landed a chaff right here, but Vader had a buddy who could coordinate, and then he just barrel rolls over here, and then comes around.
Turns out he does have a buddy who can coordinate.
Does he?
Yeah, Fair-Off. Fair-Off's got to coordinate.
You are correct. My brain is shot. It is red. Whatever.
Whatever.
It's fine.
Things got built-in defensive modifiers.
I will take a stress on my Reaper to not be jammed.
We're going to see Vader spin the focus here. Is he going to make one a crit? Well, doesn't really need to. They got all shields. So.
Fun fact, advanced targeting computer, not optional. If they have selfless and you don't want the crit, you have to give them the crit.
Fair enough. I think you should roll an extra die here. Was that range 2? Maybe there's a dice I can't see because he spent the focus.
Yeah, I was going to say, he spent the focus on something. And we have a... Oh, it's a Mag Pulse missile.
Mag Pulse missile. That's why we didn't see the crit conversion. Was the Mag Pulse missile, which is going to jam, deplete, and suffer critical damage. So we'll take a damage here off of Lega. And we'll move on to Poe Dameron, who was in target lock range and is just going to natty that torp.
Just casual 3 crits and a hit. No big deal. Oh, you know what? We're chilling.
Hey, you know what? Shield off Vader. That's about the best Vader could do.
Yeah, so you know, we take those.
I can't believe that's another question that I I'm so dumb.
Well, let's close the door.
You beat my timer by... Hey, the timer went off.
There you go. You timed it great. We try to wait for combat there.
Yep.
Yeah, I wish that Mag Pulse would do a little bit more, but do not. Don't say that. Use different phrasing as a goal.
I just like Will, the gatekeeper, standing in front of Twitch chat. No, you have to be nice to each other.
You could say positive things in a critical tone. Or wait, no, you say critical things in a positive tone is what I meant to say.
Shoot, all right, hang on. Give me a second, Twitch chat. I'm going to come vouch for you, but I can't remember what I need to say.
Yeah, D having a crisis of learning who the true rules master was.
I can't believe I answered that again.
Yeah. It turns out if you really need the rules, you need to find D from 4 months ago. Luckily, he kept a log. I'm sorry, Ozzy.
Still take an action?
Yes, no overlap.
Sorry, I did not mean it. If that was loud, that's my bad.
It sometimes is. Just be careful.
Yep.
We do need the forums updated. Okay. Well, we did get some assault points here. We can take a look at... He said he fixed it. Let's see if this goes to a black screen or not.
Man, I can't remember. Oh, I found it. Okay.
Hey, look at that. We're scoring points. Kalen with 3 there, with Vader taking the middle. Andrew with just 2. Let me see a beautiful shot of the other tables. Oh, we got a Dion! Look at that Dion! Look at him. He's getting it done there. He's not on the bottom tables. They just moved to the open tables. Don't worry about him.
All right, what I was trying to go with was Twitch chat can't help what they are, okay? Their toxicity leaves a trail. It's in their nature to be toxic. You can't tame Twitch chat.
There's something to add about an amenity and just uncontrollable rage that
Just fired off randomly.
I get it. I get it.
You got people just yelling at each other to shut up, completely unprovoked. Just toxic.
So that's why it was leg out rolled a single die, depleted, and
Yeah, you hate to see
it
it.
was probably like a blank or something. So
Turned into a first edition Hawk.
yeah, rough. Bushbacks.
The pushback's back.
8-Bit Deity, thank you so much. 46 months. I don't know if we have a 4-year badge, but we're gonna have to make one. So very, very much appreciate that. We need to hang out again. Hopefully I can get over to the West Coast. I'm going to the East Coast. I don't have any plans for the West Coast just yet, but I would love to go. Hang out more.
Are you our streamer in charge of Nova? Or are you
Dion was covering Nova and
Gotcha.
Crate Cup.
Oh, okay.
He had committed to those. You did ruin an event we were going to stream as a note, but
You hate to see it.
yeah, hate to see it.
My bad.
Luckily, one of our Grand Admiral Patreons, named Bolo, did understand that we had committed to both. And,
My bad. It turns out it's hard to pick a weekend where there's nothing.
yeah, it's understandable. I'm still going to go up there on the 24th is that weekend. I'm going to be going up to Minnesota.
Nice.
I'm going to be bringing a bunch of swag up there for Lambolo and his gaming group. While Dion heads down to the Crate Cup. When was Nova? Nova's at the beginning of September.
Yeah, it's
4th
like
or 2nd or something like that.
yeah, it's that weekend.
It's first
the very
weekend
first
in
weekend of
September.
September.
Awesome. Andy, as well, utilizing that Prime Gaming. He just got his 2-year badge. That should be Glitterstem Radio, Andy, if I'm not mistaken.
That looks correct.
Thank you so
okay.
much.
So real quick, while we're in planning, I want to confirm. So this is Wampa, the bottom one?
Yes.
Okay, I really like that Wampa placement.
Because he's
big
kind of
fan.
hiding them. You don't really want to lead with Wampa. You want to sneak around,
And
you know?
it's really hard to not lead with Wampa when you're stuck with
He's
a bunch of
I1.
fours. Right, it's like, it's legitimate. It's, there's this like perception that it's hard to play like a TIE Fighter Swarm or whatever, which I think is generally kind of overstated. Not that it's easier than everything else. It's just like, it's kind of similar.
Once you know the math of
Yeah.
how ships move in tight formations, it gets a little bit easier.
But what is actually difficult, like the hard part, is when you get lower initiative ships on the outside.
Yeah.
Then you start having like limited options. You have to make real trade-offs. It's like, well, sometimes I might have to just run into myself, and that's okay. I'm willing to do that. It's okay.
I think he spaced it off to 3 bank.
Oh yeah, no, that's why I'm so
right here.
impressed. Is they can get Wampa there and everything else over him with no problem. It's all going to be great.
Yeah, and Aiden just pulls up along next to him,
Yep,
and
then
these guys move
can
up.
go
Yeah.
some one speed faster than the bank. They go straight, and it'll
Yeah,
all be
2
great.
and then 3, and then it all ends up. They didn't hear that.
Oh, Twitch chat missed out on the directions.
Well,
That's very responsible of you, though. Dion would be happy.
I mean, I want to help people
I know, it was very wholesome.
because this is a big place and it's very confusing,
very easy
and
to
no
get
one's
lost.
helping. No one's helping you. But I understand. But I don't know how. I don't know how much more clear I can make
We're
it
on
look.
turn 3, right?
Yeah.
Boom.
I don't know how much more clear I can make it look busy
Yep.
with the headphones
The big
on.
headphones, the microphone, the big wall of monitors, and
Yes. Maybe they think we're talking to each other or something.
I mean, we are. That is fact. Twitch
We
chat,
are technically
Twitch chat is
talking
an
to each
illusion.
other.
There's no one in Twitch chat. It's just my 1,000 army of bots.
Your boss is doing great.
Thank you. So here is Wampa, presumably just trying to get like a better angle, basically. It's half a damage. It's not really a big deal to run into yourself.
Oh, he didn't make it with the 3?
That was a 2-turn, so he's just trying to get as much angle as possible.
That's sad. Why didn't he 3?
Oh, I mean, probably wants Wampa further back, because now he's in range, like, right? So this is going to be in range.
Oh, so it's a classic self bump to get a point?
Yeah.
I mean, you risk a theory
I would
for a point.
I would trade Wampa's 3 health for 3 points every game if they let me, 100% of the time.
No, I mean, hey, you know what? Kalen, he's 2 steps ahead of us.
Big brain. This chaff here is cool. I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, he just banked it. No BB there.
Yeah, which is interesting because, like, I think Vader.
He doesn't want Vader to turn in towards Poe, is what I'm looking at.
But I think Vader can get up to here with a coordinate and then come this way, but then you can't shoot Poe because you're going to run into him. So it's probably okay.
Who's got player order here? Poe will be moving first, though.
Yeah, but but Vader also has pattern analyzer, so you could be like roll, and then. Like 4K?
4K? What are you doing these things for? No.
So I don't know. But I mean, you know, very much shutting down a set of options there on purpose. And it looks like he's going to cover the other direction with just ion cannons, which seems like a good idea. So
the ion cannons, ionizing you, so you have to go through the chaff cloud again. Absolutely brutal. Yeah, someone was like, oh, it was Uncle Mark. He was like, oh, I don't want to fly Resistance. I'm like, they're more scummy than the scum Y-Wings are these days.
Well, and the funny, so Poe is now in the danger zone, okay? Seventh Sister and Poe are not friends.
That's right. Let's take a look at Seventh Sister. It's like I said earlier, we normally see Pounp.
Yo.
So Seventh Sister says, if an enemy at range 0 to 1 would gain a stress token, you may spend 1 charge to have it gain a jam or tractor instead. So if Poe wants to, say, lock boost into range 1 of Seventh Sister, get that lock out of here.
Well, and usually this is used for the tractor effect, not the jam.
Sure.
So, you know, let's say...
No, you can't tractor somebody onto a chaff cloud, can you, though?
But, you know, let's say that Poe, like, 1 banks here and wants to torpedo Vader with a nice, you know, focus lock. If that's at range 1 of Seventh Sister, suddenly it's like, well, am I willing to be tractored at range 1 in front of a Reaper? Probably not.
Reaper still shoots 3 dice.
It does. And, you know, once you get tractored, it's probably 4. You're going to be a lot closer to that thing.
Yeah. A great... So, while we're finishing up moving here, this seems all pretty... I would say straightforward, right? We got the Y-Wings shooting there. They're getting their arcs ready. Finn's coming in to just be a menace. So a little bit of theory here for you. I feel like debuff, maybe it's just because there's more, but I feel like debuff is becoming stronger and stronger because we've hit a cap at action economy.
Yeah, well, it's I think it's the case that you're more like the ships that need their focus evade stacks to survive are non-functional when you take it away. Like they just lose. But these, like, if you take chaff clouds and you miss for it, like you bring 2 chaff bombers and one of them misses, but you still get a couple bombs off.
Sure,
you're fine.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think I'm saying the same thing you are with different words.
No, yeah. Like I said, like it's yeah, like
But yeah, disrupting your opponent seems much more effective than building up a wall of combos yourself.
Right. I think that's what I'm getting to. That, like I said, that like that's what I mean by action efficiency has hit a cap.
Yep.
Right. Unless you're, like even like we haven't even seen like pinata droids really been that effective. Like mass modifications. Hey, great job yesterday, man.
You too. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I was I did have the choice. All right, so where did Vader go? Vader went right onto that cloud
and landed on it.
All right, that's a grasser
Yep.
who did make cut. He was first overall. He stole my grand dial from me out of my clutches, but you know, maybe I should have beat double fire spray and chance engagement. What can you do?
Should have been a Seven Sister Enjoyer.
Should have. So what options really does Vader have here?
Well, he doesn't even get an action, so God help him.
They're discussing a lot of things, but God help him.
It's like he's about to have a really rough day. Okay.
Yeah, he is sitting in range, maybe 2 of that ion cannon from Lego.
Yeah, I mean, maybe even 1.
So he is barrel rolling. How is he barrel rolling?
I don't.
I'm just gonna ask him out of curiosity.
Yeah. You know what? We'll leave that open in another tab in case we need it later. How's that?
Yep. So if you look at the section, it will list all the things that happen when you overlap, and then at the very last section before it moves on to being at range 0,
Yep.
it will say all obstacles, blah blah blah. Let's just read it word
will
for
say,
word.
yeah, Vader's very sad when he finishes his maneuver on an obstacle. So here, fun fact. We can click until we find a link to obstacle, and these links work now. You can click obstacle and it just takes you there.
Nice. So this is reading when a ship, this is if a ship ends its maneuver and overlapping an obstacle.
It doesn't say skip perform action.
It certainly does.
Here.
In obstacles or overlap?
If a ship ends a maneuver overlapping an obstacle,
there you
it
go.
skips its perform action step. Actually, it most certainly does.
It does.
Let's read that word for word if you didn't hear that.
Thanks, Will.
In obstacles, the last bullet point reads, if a ship ends its maneuver overlapping an obstacle, it skips its perform action step. While chaff clouds are both obstacles, they are also devices.
It's a very unpleasant lesson to learn in real time, sadly.
Yes.
It takes a village to make a ruler.
Anyways, we got there. So, we fixed it. We're going to see a 4 dice here from Poe and a double blank.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's
when it rains, it pours, Vader.
Yep.
He's going to lose a shield and take a crit. Blinded. Well, he's got the Force, so.
Yep. And he's got Vader's ability to do whatever he wants for a Force.
Yeah, he's fine.
So.
He's fine. Unless he gets ionized, then.
Then it's really bad. True. But it's fine. Just don't get hit.
Well, he's got plenty of Force.
Yep.
Because he only used 1 last round to take the focus after lock-in. So it should be fine.
This chaff cloud, I'm skipping ahead some, but this is why we see such problems with chaff cloud. These TIE fighters have
0
nowhere to go.
options
That's
to go.
awful. Yeah, it's
What a
miserable.
great chaff placement.
Yep. They just cannot get anywhere useful next turn.
Okay, so this is a Vader range 1 back at Poe. And don't spend. Do not spend.
Do it. Do it. Spend it.
No, do not spend it. You need all of your Force for that ion token.
You will be taking a lunch break after this round.
Alright, we're just muting a bit there. Well, D does an announcement that will return for round 3 at 1 o'clock Eastern time zone. Doesn't feel like Eastern time zone. You know what I mean?
We're really far west to be honest. I know what you
Far
mean.
west.
But you're just distracting from the fact that every time you mute the microphone, Will tells me what's in another mystery box.
Yeah. You'll be surprised when we get to that mystery box.
Call me when you guys do lunch. I'm gonna go check out Waitsman.
Count-O-centric. The obstacles you can shoot on are the ones you can drop or launch.
Yes.
So we're talking the rigged cargo chute, the chaff cloud, and the rarely seen
Spare
parts. Thankfully, playtesting worked, and dropping a cargo chute right on top of a ship so I cannot shoot was...
Can you imagine just dropping disarm tokens on people? That seems pretty good.
Yeah, we would see a lot more cargo chutes, a lot more spare parts.
We had a lot of Anakins rolling around with spare parts.
Yeah, thankfully, that is not allowed. So only the placed obstacles at the beginning of the game will work. It's a 2-dice shot from probably Finn?
I think that was Kalen's dice, so I assume some TIE fighter into Poe.
The initiative 4s, yes. Because this Y-Wing didn't have range, and this one probably didn't either. Okay, we got a range 3 attack here. Poe obstructed. He's going to spin that focus to dodge.
I'm just looking at chaff cloud possibilities here, and we were talking like, oh, I was surprised there was no boost. If they'd boosted, this chaff cloud would just be like 2 straight further. It would be like here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it wouldn't be blocking the ties.
And these TIE fighters would have such easy ways to go be productive. So yeah, I don't know. It was a lot of ridges on that chaff cloud drop.
They're
lots of brain ridges.
So much wider than you can originally imagine here. So we got another TIE fighter spending his focus for a single hit. We're going to see a green dodge it. Green Y-Wing there, Wilsa.
Oh, I thought it was Wilsha for some reason. No, it's not.
There's no H in that.
We should pop quiz Will Twitch chat and see if he knows what these Y-Wing pilot abilities are.
Again, if you attack Shaza, she's going to pass a green token. Actually, she doesn't even pass it. She just creates a new green token.
Is that true? All right, let's investigate.
You're going to quiz me on this? Yeah, after you defend.
Oh, that ship. All right, okay, all right, pass.
If you do that ship gains a matching token. Will says if you put a critical damage through, you either give them a strain or take one of their charges away.
Okay, true.
Unless it chooses one of its non-recurring charges, it gets a strain token.
All right, let's Lega.
Lega gets rerolls for calculating friendlies in her firing arc when shooting primary and turret.
Oh, that's actually a real ability.
That is a real ability.
Wow, okay. Nice job, you pass.
Thank you. I really liked them once they got in the targeting computer. They feel like Force users.
They do.
All those calculators.
You just get calculates for doing everything.
We saw, after this pop quiz, we saw some attacks there. I don't think any of the TIE fighters took damage there from the Y-Wings. And I think Vader still got both his shields.
This is the ion cannon into...
yeah, you drop both Force. Does he have both Force? He's thinking about it. He's thinking.
Yeah, I mean, being ioned here is probably just auto lose the game. So, near auto loss. Ion effect's very powerful, as it turns out.
Yeah, he needs to... I think they're debating if it's obstructed or not.
Oh, gotcha.
In case he rolled an extra dice. So he's debating... Well, there's no debate, right? You either take the ion and damage or don't.
Right, and I think it's a pretty clear case of you don't take the ion here, because that's going to be a very sad Vader.
I don't know if I can. Yeah.
There you go. There's the Force.
Which will be evade, evade. So that makes 3, which will create just 1.
Yep.
Plus 1.
Plus 1 damage. Wow, that is beautiful. Plus 1 Dango.
We're gonna have to quiet. I don't like to yell these opinions.
No,
strong opinions.
if you take your headphones, we can barely hear each other.
I know. Well, the hearing through the mic helps.
Yes. No, I can hear you very loud and clear here, but yeah, I mean, I can't hear anyone else around here, even with headphones off.
Oh! He keeps his Force.
Brutal.
He keeps his force. Okay. Okay. All right.
Was this Finn just throwing crits?
Finn.
What a king.
Gonna add it.
Oh, you know, I think I will take a strain. Oh.
Not the results you wanted to see.
Is that Vader? I assume so.
Vader's gone. So
yeah, if that was a shot into Vader, Vader's just dead.
yeah, sure is. And
Extra,
one's a direct.
You know what? Panic
so.
too. Yep. L. Very sad.
Well, you know, sometimes you make those. You have a tough decision to make, and it turns he had the right idea. He's like, "Ooh, I don't know about Finn. A very accurate Finn attack coming in. I'm gonna want my force for that."
Turns out none of it mattered.
Unfortunate.
We've seen, man. So this game and the last game both had very decisive opening turns of combat. I'm not saying this game is over, but this is a very rough spot to be in as Empire. Not an insurmountable hill, but we're like climbing Everest now.
It's not what you want to see. I mean, Vader rolled 1 of 8 on 8 dice. Not helpful either.
Well, yeah, minus the ion cannon shot he did quite well against, but because he ate a torpedo that he took 1 from.
That was great.
That was good. We take those. That's big lead.
Take those, yes.
But then Finn, I mean, yeah, Finn just getting 2 crits through is just brutal.
Yeah.
Okay. And they are doing score points, so rather than try to guess what's in range, I'm just going to... Oh, actually, you can see it this time, and I can't. Oh, just kidding. So they have the score as 6-11. One more. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because again, we have this one here, these guys here, this one up there, and this one right there.
Yep. That looks correct.
Yeah, assault is the I still think scramble might be the more interesting one, but assault I think has wait, let me stop my train of thought. Say Lambolo! Great to have you stop by. Super excited to go up and hang out with you guys. Where's my land? There it is. Put some lands in the chat. Great seeing ya. Anyways, what was I talking about? Assault.
Yes.
So
assault and scramble.
So assault I think is an interesting puzzle as well, because it asks you to do the things you shouldn't do. Spread out your formations, right, and head to the center as soon as possible. Yep. Those are the things you shouldn't do in X-Wing. But you're rewarded to do it in assault, which I think is very interesting. But it gives these. I mean, how many times do you have just a hurt ship who's like, nope, just gonna leave, right?
Yep.
We saw.
It gives it something to do.
Yeah, just go find an objective, little buddy.
Just go hang out. Go out. We're gonna go play 1 turn on the scenario marker.
Yeah, but like that's because I continue to emphasize that I like objectives to be a alternative win condition.
Right.
Previously, before the changes, it was the win condition. So.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, sorry. Which set of changes do you mean?
Yeah, the previous version.
Well,
of
the
objectives.
cool thing about assault is like, so you have these wounded ships that are 2 damage to contribute, right? If they ever come shoot anything, they will just die.
Right.
So you go send them to an objective. But now your opponent is also even more rewarded for sending something off to kill them, because not only do they kill your ship, but they also stop the triple points and then potentially get it themselves, right?
Yeah, sure. You just roll range 1 of that objective and kill the other ship that's claiming it.
A 2-point swing for yourself, just for the scenario thing, and then also plus whatever the ship cost is worth. So you end up with like a lot of weird, like very small engagements of a couple ships trying to take things, which is cool.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's just not something that we're used to seeing in X-Wing.
It absolutely breaks your X-Wing brain.
Yeah. That's not what.
It's cool though, because I see people like newer players do significantly better at some of these scenarios than those of us with the old like X-Wing style brain rot.
Rigid of never leave the neutral edge until you have the advantage.
I'm staying in the GSP joust zone until you take it from my cold dead hands.
I mean, that's exactly what I was taught of, like, hey, if you're a slow ship, you
Yep.
need to use the board edge as a
Yep.
way to prevent people flanking you.
Yep.
If you take your slow ship and go into the middle of the
Boy,
board,
you're gonna have a really bad time.
Yeah. So yeah, that's, I think, obviously I hope that we get new, fresh objectives at some point in time.
Yep.
At least 2 more. I think 6 or 7 would be the preferred amount.
It might be nice to have more objectives or scenario, whatever they're called, than there are rounds in a tournament, so you don't know which set you're gonna pull.
What would be the? I'm trying to think of, like, say 4 rounds, so then like even like 4 rounds and cut to top 4. That would be 6.
Yep.
If we do, so actually, I think I would prefer would be 8, but that is a lot of
That's
scenarios.
a lot of scenarios.
There's a
Yep.
lot of scenarios to remember. So hard to
So
say.
here's a question for you. Before it happens, you have these TIE fighters. To their right is nothing, where they cannot contribute at all if they go. To their left
Yeah,
is
you're talking about just
talking
like
about
hard
these TIE
turning.
fighters, right? So there's nothing here. There's no reason to go. This is losing the game if we go right.
Yeah,
If we go
maybe Iden, but like maybe you don't pull off Iden out of the rest of your TIE fighters, right?
Right. And so interesting. Fun fact number 1: Wampa has to go first in this, which is going to be kind of. I wonder if they're just going to keep taking the point.
Yeah, hard 1 barrel might
Yep.
be an option.
But here, right, like you could hard 1 everything. You get your TIE swarm like here, but you're facing like this way. That's not super helpful. You can go up here and just. I mean, do you just accept the chaff? You're like, all right, well, it is what it is. I'm just going to have a bunch of jam TIE fighters.
I mean, you could just go hard into Finn. Finn only realistically has the 2 and 1 forward, so he's going to be here waiting for the gas cloud or the chaff cloud to dissipate.
Yep.
So he can fly through it.
Yeah, it'll disappear after this turn.
So you could just
just
get all of them
two-straight everything.
into range 1 and just blast Finn.
Yep. Oh, here's Wampa. It's Wampa time, just with this scenario by himself.
He's getting that objective.
Yep.
I mean, he scored it. Well, this is round 4, I
Yes.
believe.
So yeah, Wampa has scored that scenario twice, and
There you go.
about
He
to
made
get
up
a
his
third time.
points.
Yep.
That's all it takes. I've been running Jingo Jingo Wampa, and yeah, every time I'm just like, go score 2 objective points and come back to the fight, please.
Yeah.
Go make up your
Or
points.
the other order's fine too. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, get 2 points in the fight. I don't care.
There's
So
Finn with
it's
the
really been,
shocking 1 straight.
yeah. Again, just waiting for that cloud to dissipate.
Oh, it's so brutal shooting at Finn with TIE fighters too. It's like 2
Well,
dice.
that's why you need the range 1 at least.
Yeah.
A lot of people talking about.
That's true. You've got Jingoists. So.
Well, he's going to have 1 agility, exactly.
right. Yeah.
A lot of people talking about chaff clouds. I think the first thing is that it should not be allowed on a 4-point ship. I think we can all agree
Well,
with that.
I'm gonna hit you with the nuclear take. They're just not very fun.
I mean, it's kind of fun launching them, but
Well, sure.
yeah.
When chaff clouds are involved, there's a zero-sum amount of fun on the board. One person gets all of it, and the other person gets none.
Yes.
I don't think it's a points thing. I think it's a.
We got a big old hot dog or something over there? Oh, no, it's a sandwich. It's a pulled pork. I
there you
only
go.
saw it at a weird angle
okay.
without a bun. I didn't
But
know
yeah,
what
I
he
mean,
was
I
eating.
think there's a. I think there's just a
my
mechanics problem
opinion
there, not a
is
points problem.
8 points, and you can only put it on 5 costed ships or more.
You can just make it fun.
Is there a way to?
You can rewrite the rules reference. Do whatever you want.
That's true. They could just be
All
like.
the effects are in the rules reference. There's nothing on card at all.
That is the best part about X-Wing, to be honest with you, is the living rules document.
Yep.
If something's bad, change it.
Yep. It's like, oh yeah, this is kind of missed. Like, okay, well, just fix it. Whatever. That's fine.
True, they could just do something like break all your locks and
Wait, I have to
receive
mod
a
Twitch
string.
chat. Twitch chat's about to have fights over what sandwiches are. Go outside, Twitch chat.
Everything is a sandwich. Unless it's in a bowl, then it's probably
No,
a soup.
now Will's joining too, making it worse.
Everything is a sandwich.
Are you a sandwich?
I'm not. I had a sentence in my head to reply to that, and I'm not going to say it. Instead, instead, I will say, you don't normally find me in a bowl, so I would, of course, be a sandwich.
Will, not a bath enjoyer. Very sad.
Nope, not. I guess baths are just like bath bombs are just like brining yourself.
God.
Is that weird?
I mean, it's only a little weird.
Hey, our winner of the wizard ship. Come on back. Nope, I lost it.
Mestraza.
You got
I'm
it.
going with that. It's correct now.
Got the Prime Gaming subscription. Thank you so much for everybody as well. Gifting and resubscribing this weekend. We are pushing for that 300 mark throughout the weekend. It'd be great to see that kind of support. Of course, if you don't want to support us through Twitch, you can always join our Patreon.
Do you think that Jingo made it to range 1? That's so close. I'll be so impressed if that bump was into range 1. Takes the damage. Again, whatever.
Whatever, we're TIE fighters.
Oh, I have another report from the front lines of Richmond Open. Off stream, we learned that Will, better putt-putter than Duncan.
What? Oh. It was like hole 12 or something wrecked me.
It
was whatever one we had to like get up over the ramp and behind a barrier.
I took a video of him taking so many strokes that it was too long for me to upload it to Discord to share with everyone.
Wow.
It was, but you did not get lost in the swamp.
I was gonna say I did not have to fight an alligator to get my putt-putt ball back. So. They put up a fence to stop children from going into the waters.
Doesn't stop Will's. Or doesn't stop Duncan.
No, we're far too tall for
Duncan
that.
is
Just stepped over it.
Just walks over it. So, Poe is black oneing, just way out of here, just not interested.
Whoa!
Very cool.
Love to see that black one.
Yep.
Let's take a look at, see if I can pull up just the black one here. Nope, we're just gonna skip through all these upgrades. Paint.
You're gonna have to click a lot.
Nope. Oh, nope, that's not it either. It's just a picture of the ship. There she is. So you get a one-time use slam, which you can take an ion if you do not want the weapons disarm.
But we rarely see that. Usually this is used as a, I'm just leaving
now. Get out of here. Yeah, it's a goodbye.
Very anti-thematic.
Yeah.
Like the first time you see everyone use it, it's like, oh, I'm going to slam into range 1 and trade shots with something, which quickly turns into, you know what? I'm going to use this to run away when I get scared.
Yeah. Well, it's like you forward. Like the times I see taking the token is like, I'm going to forward, and I'm like, whoop, there's too many ships at range 1.
Yep.
4K.
Yep. Like, you know what? I'm just going to be behind all this mess.
All right, looks like those shots were evaded.
So follow up on the. I really like this TIE Fighter placement. I mean, I know there was a self bump to get there, but you know, sometimes you have to just take the self bump. It's okay.
So I'm trying to creep on, make sure we have our shield count right.
Oh, gotcha.
Somebody lost one, but I think we already counted that for Lego.
Yep.
As we move into this following round of combat here. So one of the Jingos did turn away. Didn't think he could do it. But we do have this Jingoist here. It's going to offer up a strain or deplete, or unless Finn removes his perceptive co-pilot. My upgrade counters your upgrade. Ooh, and he just takes the strain.
Yep.
I mean, you can add an eyeball. Right. But he's only going to be rolling 1 agility for the rest of this round then.
Well, the next shot, right?
No, this shot and next shot.
Right, yeah.
That's assuming he adds the eyeball.
Right. And it's like, the funny thing is here, it's almost not even a decision because they're the same thing. But if you roll just the 1 die, you give yourself the opportunity to
add the blank and heroic.
Heroics, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Versus just rolling the 2 dice and heroicing it, which is less. I'm not even sure that
Finn's math is so weird.
So there's the 1 die, yep, and then presumably we're just removing a focus token here, keeping the strain effectively.
Yep.
Just taking a damage. Okay, interesting.
I think he wants the...
Finn's a big deal, all right? He's out for blood.
I assume he wants 1 more focus token for defense, and then he could keep the focus token for offense.
He did get that Jingo to range 1. That is very fancy. Oh, well.
Oh, that's Aiden, who's yellow, actually. You were all worried about it.
Oh, I was so impressed. Sad. I mean, it's still...
I mean, she has an ion cannon.
Yeah, it's still bigly range 1 ion cannon shot, but I was much more excited when both Jingos got to range 1 of Finn.
That would have been cool. I guess you're right, yeah. He will have 2 defense dice now. J4 asking about hits on crits. I believe the only thing that will crit you is a debris cloud and a proxy mine these days. I don't think anything else that you can run over will crit you.
Some bombs do, but that's the only mine.
That's the only mine, yeah. All the other mines do regular damage. Yeah, but even asteroids only do hits now.
Prox mine crits, brutal. Blue stabilizer, panic pilot. Everyone's just very sad very quickly.
Nope, that's asteroids. Asteroids do only damage. So we see here a blank added, and he is going to spend that focus to dodge it all. You're checking on it, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I was...
Am I correct?
Yeah, hit crit.
Okay. Well, debris don't have the automatic damage, so you risk a little bit more.
You got
with
an
crit.
auto stress.
Nope, clusters I believe only do damage as well. No, clusters might actually.
I'm in here anyways. Let's check it out. Cluster mine.
It must
The orphaned bomb. Yeah, they do hits and crits.
Oh, okay. So the cluster, proxy, and debris are the only things you can run into that would crit you. Yeah, bomblets only do damage. Man, if bomblets could do crits, whoo, boy. All right, so we got 2 hits here from the Y-Wing into Feroff. I believe he's going to take a damage. The Y-Wing did spend the focus, so no calculates.
I am... Oh, I got you.
You just had it right here.
Yep.
How you doing? 1-on-1?
Round 2, got Prox mine. Didn't get shot that much. Like, I actually mitigated that pretty well. Still got Prox mine.
Right on, right on.
More decisions.
What?
Leaving with you.
Jesus, okay.
Can I leave this with you too?
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to start taking like valet tickets here and like coat check.
All right.
All right, you guys are distracting us though.
Yes.
It's lunchtime, so the players are getting
Yes, they're antsy.
Getting excited
Eating
here.
in front of our faces. I just want to look at Poe's cool options.
Oh, I got
Or you're clicking stuff, so I don't want to try to draw.
Yeah, do not draw yet because
Not
I need
drawing.
to update. That Y-Wing must have had the green token because Feroff lost both shields. I don't think we can creep for just a second here. I don't see any damage cards. We're going to see a 4-hit ion cannon here. Oh, no, that was Feroff's primary.
Oh, angry Feroff.
And just going to wreck Lega here. That's the rest of the shields and a damage card. No, two damage cards.
Yeah.
There it is. There's some damage onto Lega. Feroff. Pretty good.
So I want to, I don't know what the word is. I just want to be really excited for how absolutely ridiculous and wild Overdrive Thrusters is for a second. But we'll wait until they're in planning.
Wow. Well, we're going to see Poe cruising around. So we should see a lot of it. Actually, we might have seen it on that slam as a note. I didn't see his original maneuver, though. But if he was stressed, hard to boost
slam
3-turn?
Yep.
Would make sense. If only you could get the stress before he does a balloon maneuver. I don't think there's too many ships that can do that. All right, we're going to be counting up some points here.
There's 2. And how many is it over here? 1, 2, 3.
Well, we'll take a look at the table cam here, or the player cam.
13 to 9 look correct? Yeah.
13 to 9. There's that Greg Cash. You can see a lot of players milling around here as we are getting into the lunch break. But this game's still going strong here.
Yeah.
15 more minutes. A lot closer than I thought it was going to be after Vader died.
Yeah, it's crazy that the score. I mean, it turns out having a bunch of bodies in Assault is a good trick.
It is a good trick. I do believe we did take a damage on Iden for that bump as well, if you could make a note about that.
Iden, -1.
She did not Iden that bump, which would be a funny thing to Iden, but...
So here's the crazy thing about this Poe, right? So if you 2-turn, you're going to land, like, on this. And usually you'd have like a turn before you're useful. But because we have these overdrive thrusters, you can, 2 straight boost and probably clear this rock and land like up there somewhere. Or you can do even wilder things like 2 turn here to where the scenario marker is, and then barrel roll, land like here-ish, right? And now you can 2 bank boost and be roughly in that same spot. Probably
But
a
at
little
a
further.
45 degree.
Yeah, with an arc like this. Granted, it's a 2-die arc, but now you're in the position that you can pull off your best Rebel 1 straight and be behind a bunch of TIE fighters. Or the crazy thing is, so like let's say you dial in this 2 turn and you land here.
Hold on 1 second.
Yep, you're good.
We're going into round
Boom.
5.
Okay, so let's say somehow this Empire player calls this, right? And it's like you've got TIE fighters here, like a million arcs all facing in your direction right here. It's like, well, okay, you know what?
Oh, nice.
We are gonna left boost over here, and we're gonna 2-speed roll to like down here, and just nothing's ever gonna see us. It is the most frustrating, pointless endeavor to chase these overdrive thrusters pose with ships. They just get to do whatever they want unless you're moving after them.
Dion
is leaving us, abandoned us.
He also did the code check and left.
Not even a word.
Not even a word. He did a thumbs up, which I think was, oh my gosh.
What is happening?
Oh, it's somebody. I was buying a new vehicle, so I was like got in contact with a bunch of dealers, and now they just like call me nonstop.
Gotcha. Nice.
Well,
congrats.
I did get the new vehicle, but not from a dealer. Yeah, so I honestly a lot of options for Poe. When is Scott? What? Is it? Is that a combination of Hex and Will? No. Do you sound like Scott?
Do I?
No.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't know what. So the worst part is, if you've never like recorded live things or whatever, you don't sound at all like you think you do. So I have no idea what. I don't like to listen to myself. I assume everyone doesn't like to listen to themselves. So I just try not to think about it.
Oh, Will Scott was Dion's opponent. That's why they're very confused.
Oh, gotcha.
Anyways, yeah, and it sounded like Dion pulled it off. I sound about the same. I used to sound different. I used to not. I don't know how to say it, but like
how do I turn the camera on so they can see the hand motions? We got the pinched fingers in both hands.
crab
claws over here.
The emphasizing different parts of the sentences, so you're not like, and Poe moves to the right so he can boost.
Yep, I
that's I'm trying to.
A little less robotic.
Yes, not the opposite of monotone, right? So that's a
multi-tone.
Multi-tone.
Sure, it's a word now.
I still say all the time when my brain's just like loading the rest of my sentence. I try not to do that as much.
It's surprisingly difficult to do stuff like commentary because usually, you just talk as you think of things, but you have to know where you're going before you start talking, which is a hard thing to get used to.
Correct.
You can't just leave the station without knowing the destination. Or you can, and look really stupid a lot. That's just what I do.
Well, I think we'll be okay.
So whose dials are we waiting on here? That's what I'm curious on. It looks like we're missing 1 TIE Fighter dial and a couple Finn and a couple Y-Wings.
Yeah, that's Iden's dial.
Yeah, Iden's dial. One of these TIE Fighters, and it looks like Finn.
So let's go on to... He's
looking at us.
He gave us a little wink up, just like, oh, ready to play when he is. The timing's working against Kalen, I think.
Yes.
I think.
It's
because he can't score that. He needs to score ship points at some point. Where is that available? He can get 4 points from Lega. So that is the goal. Now Lega can 3 forward boost bank around the obstacle.
There's
get
our
out of there.
order.
But I think this might be why the Jingoist is trying to catch that Y-wing coming around.
Do you just let these Y-wings go? You just stop your Reaper?
Only this. Only this. This is the only thing that matters for Kalen. Is to get those 4 points. That's going to make up the difference.
That is a 4. I keep seeing 3. and thinking this is a 3-point, but that's
No,
not true.
that is a 4
That's just
point.
me being wrong. This is the number you care about for points.
Correct. Hello.
Oh, reach! I made it.
So that is when you get into these, we're turn 5, turn 6, or when the time's ticking down, you need to start focusing on how can I win, and start doing that math. Wampa doing a great job here. I don't think he's rolled a
Wampa
single
doing
attack.
a great, original 2.5. True. It is turn 6.
No, I thought I just changed it.
Oh, did you?
They're not keeping track.
Whatever. Okay, it's turn 6 now.
It's fine.
Sorry, yeah, Wampa doing a great original 2.5 impersonation where he's just going around taking scenario points and ignoring everything else. As God intended.
Hi guys, I'm gonna hide this over here.
Sure. No, don't put it over there. That's D's stuff. Come on. Just put it right here. I got you. I got you, fam.
Thank you. You're beautiful. Alright, let's go.
It's lunchtime, so.
Yep. Everyone wants to be your friend at lunchtime.
I know. That's okay.
All right, and which Mr. Color Vision? Which Y-wing is this?
That's Lega again.
Okay.
The one that's hurt.
Did they actually clear that? Oh yeah. Okay.
So that was a BB-8, I believe, maneuver. I got distracted by a
Was that a boost first?
Chicagoan person.
There was a.
So he bear rolled, I believe.
and then 3 banks. Okay.
And now he's boosting, which was a great get out of there. Maneuver, excellently done. So it's going to be very hard for this TIE fighter to track him, for Farroff to track him. Iden can come down here, but Iden's only got an ion cannon.
Well, so the nice thing is,
Sorry, let me get this out.
do you mind if I slide this over?
Yeah. Anywhere where you
Nate
want
putting
to.
his stuff in the middle of the screen.
All right, that was me. But
No, let's blame Nate.
All right, fair enough.
But so the nice thing is Reapers have you don't have to aileron, right? So you've got these sloops to face the other direction pretty easily.
Well, we'll
This is
see.
still
I
because
think he's coming towards the center. Now, if there's another round, Wampa could
go
be
demonstrate what Wampin time looks like.
Wampa time.
But also, TIE fighters do a lot of damage. We could just pick another Y-wing and erase it, but it seems like a
The
waste of
concentration fire here is
Yep.
going to be a
very
struggle.
difficult. Yep.
Now, Pharaoh's shooting a strained fin could be a problem.
But again, it's just 3 points, and it's so hard to hurt Finn. It's
Yeah,
so
that's the problem.
painful.
If he rolls a blank, he's like, haha, heroic.
Yeah, here's a question. Focus, do more damage, or jam on Finn? Not a question I know the answer to off the top of my head.
He does have a force point. That's not enough, though. What's the expected eyeball results on 4 dice?
I mean,
I assume it's like 1.7, something like
a
that.
focus. So if you have a focus, you're looking at 3 damage on average with your
Well, I'm saying how many focus results should you
Oh.
roll on 4 dice?
one, like it's almost exactly 1 on average.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The second focus mod is not the world's most useful thing. It's not like useless. There are definitely times you roll multi-focus results, but it's just like how Brilliant Evasion is not as good as everyone expects it to be, like intuitively, just because you roll those extra focus results relatively rarely.
Sure. But when you need it, though.
But the thing is, when you need it, right?
Yeah, when you got 1 force,
Yeah.
you really need it.
Um,
I love Brilliant Evasion, by the way. I don't care what anybody says.
Sure. Well, it's not bad. It's just like there's this expectation that it's like, oh, it's going to save me like 4 or 5 force over the end. It's like, well, it's probably going to save you like 1, maybe 2. It's just, do you need that 1 or 2 force? 2. Wait, did we just double stress a TIE fighter?
I believe you tried to K-turn and popped contraband cybernetics.
Ah, big brain.
Yeah, this TIE fighter went to go chase Lega,
Yep.
but Lega gave her the juke after the BB-8.
Said nay, not today.
BB-8, very good. Now that's moved into the system phase where it belonged. honestly.
Right.
Though
Like
I
a
guess, wait, could Poe slam in the system? No, because you had to
Yeah.
reveal your dial
Yeah. Oh, and you can only slam during your
during your activation.
Yeah.
But he could still overtuned barrel boost,
yes, and then move,
though, and then move.
and then slam.
That's not jeez. Jeez. Get out of here.
Just do whatever you want, Poe. It's fine.
Yeah, maybe that's why they changed it, because Poe was getting a little ridiculous. It's still very good, but we don't see Poe with BB-8. because the hard 2 is so good.
Yep.
Hard 2 blue, that is. Everybody, I think every ship has a hard 2, if I'm not mistaken. I think you have to have hard 2 bank, and 2 forward.
I can't think of any exceptions. But now I want it to not be true. I want Twitch chat to pull out some like extended only ship that no one's ever heard of. Right now, this doesn't have a 2-turn. From some comic book from the 70s.
I still want a ship who's got like a bunch of reverse maneuvers that are all red, but it's like fastest forward speed is only like blue ones.
The reverse pod racer.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know what ship these would be. I don't know what ship would want to do that, but
here is cool. The world's least surprising 2-turn from Poe.
2-turn.
It looks like that 2-stray boost does not fit. But the wings are closed, so I expect we're just going to see that barrel. Oh, the barrel roll up here. Even
Trooper says you can't take the red focus from overlap if already stressed. Even if use contraband, why not?
I don't believe that's correct, but I can check real quick.
No, I mean, I assume Trooper knows. He's got some information. I don't discredit your information. I just want to know.
Where is...
Because it does skip your perform action step, but if it's not...
Yeah, you can perform actions, period. Doesn't say...
I think it's something about the red bump, though. We'll see. I doubt it matters, though. We're going to see a target lock here for triple crits proton torpedo. And it's about to say goodbye to Iden? No, we're going to pop her Iden ability, I'm pretty sure. Just taking the damage on Iden? This seems very silly. What is happening here? Maybe that was a... Who was he shooting? Iden must have used her charge previously and we missed it. I'm pretty sure this charge is active though, so...
Interesting.
We probably just missed it earlier.
Yeah, maybe, I mean, we could also just be really tired at this point and it got forgotten.
It's okay. The adrenaline of exciting X-Wing play is going to push me through the day.
Okay.
We have a range 1 ion cannon here on Deferoff. Her charge is on her card. Oh, it's that charge is elusive is what it was.
Gotcha.
That makes sense. Thank you. Yeah, this is clearly a spent charge, so makes sense.
Your definition of clearly is very different from mine, but I believe you. I mean, it is clear, so I guess you're correct.
Yeah, that was a pun. From Finn last turn, that's right. I was wondering why Finn didn't do any damage. Makes a lot of sense, so. What can you do? No. He's actually doing a lot of smart plays here, in my opinion. Like, Kalen's making it work. Vader got trapped by a shaft.
Oh,
so.
I need to update. Is it Iden that's dead?
Iden is dead, yes. Okay. Goodbye. Ferros down another damage from an ion cannon.
Yep.
We're going to see a range 0 attack? I don't think that's how that works. I don't think you can spend it on range 0, but... with Iden's 3 points being gone, it's no longer an option here. Lega slipped out. Andrew Schmidt just doing what he needs to do to win. Ooh, is this a primary from Shaza? Nice. Got that Coke. Turns out being a 1 force point Y-Wing is pretty cool.
Pretty good trick. All right, we're taking more damage. That was 2 or 3 more on Feroff.
Oh, Trooper. See, Trooper, thank you so much. He did actually bring the rules reference up.
Yep.
I knew I could trust you.
Well,
interesting. Let's quiz D after this and trip him.
I think that that text is saying that you can do that. It's fine. We can talk about it later. I believe I got the hull right on that Reaper. Is that right, too? You're much
Yes.
better at reading through, what's it called, than I am.
No, there's a stack of cards. Even with that primary, I don't think there's any other shots on the Reaper, so it will survive. We have a, must be a crit on that Jingoist, is going to ionize it. No, sorry, that was the ion cannon shot.
Do we need to tell them that time is now? Or is time now? I don't actually know.
Stream table, the time is up. They don't know.
True.
So there is a damage on orange, or whatever you marked it as, red.
I thought I passed my color vision check.
I think it is red. It just appears a little bit orange. Here. We got more damage cards coming down.
They're more colorblind than they let on Twitch chat.
But unless we see, I mean, I'm waiting for a ship to be destroyed here because.
Yeah, we need 7 points if we're Kalen here.
No, this damage matters. Yes. We need one last shot here is from Finn, I think. Nope, they're counting objective points here.
Yep, and I'll just steal whatever happens here. So it looks like Kalen is going to... Oh, or we can use the camera. 17 to 10. So one
17
each.
to 10. Andrew Schmidt is the winner for this round. Congratulations.
Thank you to ISO, Danko, Baffle, Trojan, Prophet, Shadow, Tycho, Spice, Raider, Lancer, Fallen, Row 6, 626, Chief, and J List, our Grand Admiral patrons. And all of our Gold Squadron patrons and community members, thank you for your support. Gold Squadron out.